You can get the cards you need for today's Budget Magic deck and support the show from this episode's sponsor, Card Kingdom. Just follow the link in the description box down below. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. So this week, we are doing something pretty fun. We are actually redoing one of the very first and kind of a classic Budget Magic deck. I think the second ever Budget Magic deck was Restore Balance for Modern, and a lot has changed. It's been almost 4 years since we played that deck. So this is the updated, upgraded 2019 edition of Restore Balance, and the deck is still sweet. It's still one of my favorite budget decks in the format. Unfortunately, we came in slightly over budget in the paper world. $114 in paper, 13 takes on Magic Online, so a little bit more expensive than I'd really like, but still, the deck is super sweet, and being an update, we could get away with it a little bit. Some of the cards have increased in price since we first played it. When we first played the deck, like Greater Gargadon, Restore Balance, were just like literal bulk rares. Now they're a little more expensive, which is why the deck is pushed up out of the normal $100 budget range. But anyway, a quick reminder before we break down Restore Balance, the 2019 edition for Modern. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Budget Magic in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk some Restore Balance for Modern, starting with our namesake card, Restore Balance. So our main plan of this deck is to resolve a Restore Balance, and not only resolve it, but break the symmetry of it. So if you're not familiar with Restore Balance, it's basically the suspend version of the card Balance. Basically, all players go down to an amount of lands equal to the lowest number of lands a player has. Same with cards in hand, same with creatures on the battlefield. So the idea is, we're going to cast Restore Balance, and ideally we will have 0 lands, 0 creatures, and hopefully very few cards in hand, which basically just ruins our opponent's day. It might be sounding like we're ruining our day too, but really we're built around this effect, so we can get by with no lands because we have some tricks. We can get by with no creatures because we have some tricks. So that is the plan of Restore Balance. Of course, Restore Balance, to play it fairly, you suspend it for 6 turns for 1 mana, but that's not going to work in Modern. It's a little bit too slow. So how we are casting Restore Balance is with the help of 2 different cascade spells, Ardent Plea, Violent Outburst. So the trick of this deck is we have nothing other than Restore Balance in our deck that is cheap enough that we will cascade into it. So when we cast an Ardent Plea or a Violent Outburst, we know that 100% of the time, the end result is going to be a Restore Balance. So instead of thinking of these as cards with effects, they're basically just like tutor and cast a Restore Balance from your deck. We don't really care about Exalted on Ardent Plea. We don't care about giving our creatures +1/+0. So that is how we cheat Restore Balance into play. So that's step 1. Cheat Restore Balance into play much quicker than suspending it. Step 2 is breaking the symmetry of Restore Balance. So our best card for this is Greater Gargadon, which we can suspend on turn 1 for 1 mana, and then we can sack an artifact, a creature, or a land, which is the big one, to remove a time counter. So Greater Gargadon kind of does 2 things in our deck. First off, it is our best finisher. It's just a huge 9/7. If we can wipe out all of our opponent's lands and creatures, it's going to close out the game in usually like 2 attacks. However, it also makes sure that we have 0 lands on the battlefield when Restore Balance resolves. So a lot of times what we want to do is like Ardent Plea, cast Restore Balance with Restore Balance on the stack, sacrifice all of our lands to Greater Gargadon, which means our opponent's going to have to sack all of their lands. But because of how our deck is built, we're able to get around the no land drawback. So here we need to talk about our mana base. Our mana base is pretty unique. We only have 14 lands. Almost all of them are basic lands. We have 3 Spire of Industries for mana fixing. We have 4 Evolving Wilds to get basic lands, and then a wide variety of all colors of basic lands. And the reason we can get by with just 14 lands is because we have about 1 million border posts. Field Mist border posts, Wildfire border posts, Mistvein border posts, also Vadefire and Wildfield border posts. So here, these cards do 2 different things in our deck. First off, they give us mana that is not affected by Restore Balance. So yes, we blow up all the lands, but we're going to have border posts on the battlefield. We actually have as many border posts as we do lands in the deck. So we're still going to have 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana after Restore Balance resolves, while our opponent's going to have none. The other thing is, these cards work really well with Restore Balance because of the alternate casting cost cost, where we can bounce a basic land back to our hand. So these cards naturally help make sure that we don't have many lands on the battlefield. So if we don't have a Greater Gargadon to sack all of our lands, we can just keep bouncing one land with Border Post, using Border Post as our lands, and then when we resolve our Restore balance, we probably only have like one land on the battlefield, maybe even 0 lands, and just all Border Post mana to make sure that our opponent's sacrificing all of their lands to Restore balance. As far as finishing the game, we already talked about Greater Gargadon. We just wipe all of our opponent's stuff, attack with Gargadon. We also have 3 Chandras, which is another good finisher. If we can stick a Chandra and then a Restore Balance doesn't hit Planeswalkers, so we just take it up for a couple turns, start casting Border Posts, ultimate it, kill our opponent. The Antiquities War is also pretty sweet, just turns all of our Border Posts into 5/5 attackers to win that way. So a good backup win condition for the deck. Otherwise, we have Beast Within as a removal spell that works insanely well with the deck, because it hits everything. The drawback is our opponent gets a 3/3 beast, but we don't really care too much about our opponent having creatures because we're going to wipe them all away with our Restore balance anyway. The other big change to this deck, back when we first played it, the rules were a little bit different. Back then, when you would cascade, you would count either side of a split card. Now, the converted mana cost of split cards is the combined mana cost. So like Dead Gone, for example, in the past, when we first played this deck, if you cascaded, you would hit Dead, you would cast it, it would be rough, you would not get a Restore balance. But now it's technically 4 mana, because you add together the Dead side and the Gone side, which means we can play more fair cards. So this is basically like a shock / a bounce spell that doesn't ruin our cascades plan. We also have some discovery dispersals for the same reason. We can use this to find our pieces, find our cascade spells, set things up, and it's not going to get hit by our cascade spells, even though we're always casting it, or pretty much always casting it for 2 mana, because of the rules change to the combined converted mana cost thing. So that is the deck, looking to cascade into Restore balance, wipe all our opponent's stuff, win the game with Chandra or Greater Gargadon. As far as the sideboard, Ravenous Trap, Ricochet Trap are really key for this deck. They're cards that we can cast for 0 mana or 1 mana, but are more expensive by their converted mana cost, so we don't hit them with our cascade. So Ravenous Trap is our graveyard hate. Ricochet Trap, really important for resolving Restore balance against counter spell decks. If our opponent tries to mana leak or like Cryptic Command our Restore balance, we're able to just Ricochet Trap for 1 mana and redirect the counter spell to itself, to our cascade spell, whatever, as long as our Restore balance is resolving. Fiery Justice gives us kind of this weird sweeper. We don't really care about life gain. Once our deck does its thing, we're going to kill our opponent even if they're at a fairly high life total, but a good way to wipe out a bunch of small creatures while we're getting things set up. And then we have a bunch more split cards. Wear Tear is really important for getting rid of Stony Silence. Consign Oblivion kind of does the same thing. We can bounce the Stony Silence. And then Hide Seek, again, another form of artifact hate. We can put an artifact or enchantment on the bottom of its controller's library, and then we can also seek if we need to, just to gain life, which is kind of weird, but sometimes just gaining a few life is really helpful against decks like Burn. So these cards are almost all to deal with Stony Silence, which is one of the best cards against our deck because of our Border Post mana, and they all sneak by under our Restore Balance Cascades plan, thanks to the new rules change with combined converted mana cost. And that is the 2019 edition of Restore Balance for Modern, and that's our Budget Magic deck for this week. So I'm excited for this one. The original Restore Balance is one of my favorite Budget Magic decks of all time, and because of the rules changes and also some new cards, we get a lot of really sweet new things to try out. So let's get to the gameplay, see how it works. Thank you so much for watching. Oh yeah, by the way, I've been a little sick while I've been recording this, so bear with me if I don't sound as good as normal. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you soon. Alright, Budget Magic time. We are playing some Restore Balance. Oh my god. In Modern. And we're just not going to hit any mana. Alright. Well, we got mana now. And I guess, technically, this deck is probably one of the better decks for mulliganing. Oh boy. Thoughtseize. Sure. Opponent. Takes a Border Post. Yup. Well, play the Mountain. And Border Post. Pass the turn. Stirring Wildwood for our opponent. Well, Mountain. Border Post. Unfortunately, we don't actually have Violent Outburst mana yet. Pass the turn. Forest for our opponent. And passes. Well, Island, go. We could Ardent Plea right now, but I think we should get more value if we wait. Assassin's Trophy. Huh. Awkward. Alright. Grab a Forest. Well, the problem now is we actually have a lot of lands. Could use a Gargadon. Opponent. Passing. Play a mountain. Pass the turn. Come on, Gargadon. Opponent. Untaps. Scavenging Ooze. And passes. Well, play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Opponent. Gets in. Well, kill Ooze. Crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a Swamp, I guess. Pass the turn. Oh boy. We definitely should have grabbed a mountain. Blooming Marsh. Opponent. Passes. Oh, this is tricky, but it works. Float mana. Pay blue. Pick up the mountain. Replay the mountain. Play Chandra. Take up Chandra for damage. Alright. Yeah, no Beast Within. Pass the turn. Well, I mean, we got a Planeswalker. Opponent. Untaps. Siege Rhino. Okay. Man, we're like a Gargadon away from winning. Border Post. Well, take up Chandra. Hit our opponent. Border Post. Pick up the island. Yeah, let's Ardent Plea. I think this is good enough. Ardent Plea. Restore balance. So opponent loses 2 cards Siege Rhino, 1 land. We lose nothing. And this lets us leave up Beast Within. And actually, yeah, this seems good. Play the island, pass the turn. I think we're in pretty good shape now. Opponent, untaps. And this was a 5-card starting hand. Oh man, I wish my voice didn't sound so crackly, but opponent. Scoops it up, cannot beat the restore balance, and that is what we're trying to do. That is almost exactly what we're trying to do. Opponent's on Abzan, which means Stony Silence is a possibility. Let's go down Antiquities War, go down Discovery Dispersal, go up to Consign to Oblivions, and yeah, run it like that. I mean, we got the Beast Within, so we do have a main deck answer too. All right, I mean, that was good. That was a not our most explosive draw, but it was still, I mean, a pretty dominating win for Restore Balance 2019 edition. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we'll keep this. Border Post, Beast Within, Blooming Marsh, Inquisition. Takes a Beast Within, sure. Now, play the island, Border Post. Pick up the island. Pass the turn. Mana, our Border Posts are a little awkward for this Ardent Plea, but opponent. Temple Garden, untapped. And that is the Stony Silence. Now play the island, pass the turn. Opponent, Blooming Marsh, Grimflayer. Yeah, that's not ideal. Opponent passes. Well, play Spire of Industry. Pass the turn. Yeah, we might have to go with a pretty bad Ardent Plea here. Opponent. So I assume our opponent gets in. We can Spirit Guide Beast Within Stony Silence. And then untap Spirit Guide Ardent Plea. Collective Brutality. Well, exile Spirit Guide. Beast Within Stony Silence. Opponent takes our Discovery Dispersal. Yup. Oh, and an Inquisition. Okay. Well, now we need to draw another Cascade spell, and we need to draw it pretty quick. Alright, opponent had the double answer. Lane Line of Sanctity is a great option for less budget builds of this deck. Opponent. Well, we have 7 more Cascade spells in our deck. And we probably have like 2 turns to find one. Maybe 3. Grimflayer, Mills. The problem is they could definitely find another Stony Silence. Top. Uh-oh. Alright, deck. Oh, alright. That works. So, let's see. Island. Border Post. Pick up the island. We drew the card they thought seized. Island. Yeah. Let's do it. Ardent Plea. clear the board, put our opponent down to 2 lands. And now it's a top deck battle. If it wasn't for the Grim Flayer setting things up, I'd feel really good about where we're at. Now we'd love to find a Chandra. Antiquities War would also be sweet. Opponent. Realizing how unlucky they are that we just drew what they thought seized, Inquisitioned. So what do we put to the bottom? Not much. No Chandras, 1 Gargadon. Well, there's lots of Chandras to be found. Pass the turn. Opponent. Ooh, Dark Confidant. Oh, come on, Chandra. Come on, Chandra. Passes. Well, Border Post. Pass the turn. Dark Confidant. Goyf. There's a Goyf. Alright, we're going to need another Cascade spell, and we're going to need it quick. Gets in. Passes. Pass the turn. No reason to play the island. I mean, it's basically, do we draw a Cascade spell in the next turn? Shambling Vent. Thoughtseize. Land. Tap land. Well, I mean, this is it. This is the game. Cascade spell, and we probably win. No Cascade spell, and we just lose. Ugh. Oh, that was some rough running. Triple lands! Ugh. Ugh. Rough. Do we want more Stony Silence answers? Let's keep it like this. We're on the play. Ugh. The no-lander. Well, alright. Tap lands make this slightly annoying. Ardent Plea. I think we go bottom. Yeah, this Evolving Wilds. Ugh. Not great. Evolving Wilds go. Opponent. Ooh, tap land, okay. That's good. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. I think we gotta take red, unfortunately. So, Border Post. Pick up the mountain. Replay the mountain. Suspend Gargadon. Pass the turn. I mean, we're not in bad shape. We have some very good draws. Opponent. Windswept Teeth. Cracks it. Forest. Ugh. Stony. Ooh, Dark Confidant. Okay. That's fine. Opponent passes. Garg's taken down. Forest. So I guess we Border Post. Pick up the mountain. Dead the Dark Confidant. Replay the mountain. Pass the turn. Oh man, if we could draw a Cascade spell, Restore Balance is so good here. Godless Shrine. Untapped. Lingering Souls. Opponent passes. Garg's taken down. Well, Border Post. Pick up the mountain. Replay the mountain. Cast a Spirit Guide. Pass the turn. So we can't cast Ardent Plea yet. But we can cast our other Cascade spell. Marsh Flats. Opponent. Gets in. Yup. Well, we will take it. Down to 18. Opponent passes. Gargadon taken down. Well, I mean... I don't know if there's any point to suspending this. I mean, I guess we can. Yeah, suspend Restore Balance. Play Spire of Industry. Pass the turn. Oh, come on, Cascade spell! It's so good. Opponent cracks. Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Any of our Cascade spells should literally just win the game. Opponent. Thinking it over. Lingering Souls back. Well, if we draw a Cascade spell, Lingering Souls doesn't really matter. Windswept Teeth. Opponent. Gets in. Yup. Down to 16. Opponent passes. Everything ticks down. Border Post. Well. Border Post. Pick up the mountain. Replay the mountain. Pass the turn. We don't have that many turns. And our opponent could draw Stony Silence, which would cut out some of our outs. Opponent. Combat. Gets in. Yup. Down to 12. The clock is increasing. Cracks. Plains. Maelstrom Pulse, 2 border posts. That also cuts out a couple outs. Dark Confidant. Everything ticks down. More lands. Well, pass the turn. Yeah, we're running out of time. We're running out. Bob. Liliana. Plays Liliana. Takes up. Combat. Attacks. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. Grab an island. Block. Untap. Everything ticks down. Well, that's Ardent Plea. So, we Ardent Plea. Cascade. Oh. Into Restore Balance. Now we sack a land. Sack a land. Sack a land. So we get all of our opponent's lands. Opponent's going to float some mana. That's fine. Yup. Put a beginning of combat step. Well, we definitely punted by not sacking to that Maelstrom Pulse, but okay. Get rid of everything. Opponent gets to keep 1 card in hand. Assassin's Trophy. We will not search. Get rid of everything. Oh man, I think we got there. I think we found it at just the right time. Oh my goodness. Oh, even with our punt by not sacking with that Maelstrom Pulse, which I know I'm going to get yelled at. I'm going to chalk it up to having this cold. Resolves. Well, I mean, sack the border post. Here comes Gargs. Cast it. Attack our opponent. Down to 2. This also cuts off untapped shock lands as being an out. Forest, go. Do we get there? The Ardent Plea at the perfect time? And we got the GGs. Oh man, that punt! That punt was bad, but Restore Balance coming through. And that's what the deck can do. The power. Oh, it's so high. Oh man. And about it. Scoops it up. Oh, sweet. Wow. All right. Well, that's Restore Balance. We'll take it. All right. Budget Magic time. We are playing. We are playing some 2019 edition of Restore Balance in Modern. And this hand looks pretty good. Sacred Foundry. Tapped. So Mountain and Border Post. Pass the turn. So in theory we could... Ooh, oh, it's Jeskai? Ugh. Hollowed Fountain untapped. Search for Iskanta. Now this is going to be interesting. So play the Mountain, Border Post. Pass the turn. Well, now it's mostly going to be about catching our opponent tapped out. Opponent, Iskanta. Mills a Logic Knot. Field of Ruin. Ooh, okay. Opponent passes. Oh, goodness. So I think what we do is play an island, exile Spirit Guide, Antiquities War, resolves, whiffs. Okay. Pass the turn. Opponent. Cycles Illumination. Planeswalkers are a bit scary. That's what we're most worried about. Iskanta mills a bolt. Ooh, and passes? Okay. Well, Antiquities War. We draw Evolving Wilds. We get a Border Post. Well, play the Border Post. Pick up the island. Play the Mountain. Pass the turn. Snapcaster Mage. 4 Bolt. Alright. Let's Violent Outburst. And opponent scoops it up! They scoop it up! They know what's coming. They know what's around the corner, and they want none of it. Not even a little bit. Alright. That was good. That was super good. Okay. So, Restore Balance. We can go down Dead Gone. Go up... Go down Antiquities War. Go down Discovery Dispersal. Go up Ricochet Traps and a Wear Tear. And maybe go down a... Maybe we just run it like that. I wouldn't mind one more Wear Tear. Let's go down one Spirit Guide for a Wear Tear, because we know this deck's going to have Stony Silences for days. Let's try it like... okay. I mean, this is fine. We have decent mana. We have Gargadons. Kind of what we want. Well, Plains and Border Post. Pick up the plane. Opponent. Ooh, do they have a counter? That would be annoying. Alright, tap land. That's fine. Pass the turn. Opponent. Plains. Azcanta. And passes. Well, play Spire. Suspend Gargadon. Suspend Gargadon. Pass the turn. And now it's about restore balancing at some point. Azcanta. Land. Opponent passes. Gargadon's taken down. Ooh, Ricochet Trap 2. That's good. Play the Plains. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks Flooded Strand. Steam Vents. Tapped. I think we stop on our opponent's draw step. Azcanta. Do we go for it? Yeah, let's do it. So, Violent Outburst. Restore Balance. Opponent has Logic Knot. That's fine. So we... Actually, maybe we just let it go now? And then just main phase? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, opponent counters it. Now we can just Ardent Plea, which is also good. Field of Ruin. We could have used Ricochet Trap to make it resolve, but... Ooh, Celestial Purge. Now we might be in trouble. That's not good. Well, sack the Border Post. Ugh, maybe we should have just went for it. Now we don't have the mana. Come on, Border Post. Evolving Wilds. Well, play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Not how we drew it up. Azcanta. Yeah, maybe we got too greedy. Mills it to Fairy. Scalding Tarn. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. Grab an island. Untap. Gargadon's taken down. Taken down. Pass the turn. So awkward. Alright. Blows up Spire. We'll take a mountain. Well, it's all going to come down to this next turn. If our opponent has 2 counter spells, then we probably lose. If they have 1 counter spell, then we hopefully win. I guess we could draw another mana source and have double Ricochet Trap. That would be sweet. Tap land. Opponent passes. Gargadon's taken down. Well, Border Post. Pick up the mountain. Replay the mountain. Ardent Plea. Restore Balance. Cryptic. Well, Exile Spirit Guide. Ricochet Trap. Change it to Ardent Plea. Now we gotta go for it. Sack, sack. I mean, this is it. If they have another counter, then we just lose, but... Sack, sack, sack. Ah! They didn't have it! We got him! We got him! Ricochet Trap! 2018 Restore Balance coming through! Coming through, coming through. Alright, the deck is working. Deck is working. Did I say 2018? I meant 2019. Still, Restore Balance. Getting them! Getting them, getting them. That was sweet. That was super sweet. Alright. Budget Magic time. We are playing some Restore Balance 2018 edition, and we'll keep this. We'll keep this. Mana's a little bit awkward, but we have a Border Post. We have a couple of payoffs. Flagstones. Sarah Ascendant. Well, Restore Balance should be good. I mean, assuming we live long enough. Game 2, we're going to have to worry about Stony Silence, but in Game 1, that shouldn't be a concern. Opponent. Let's see what we draw. Border Post. Yeah, let's just Island Border Post. Pick up the island. Pass the turn. So, yeah, Another Flagstones. These Flagstones do make the first Restore Balance a little less good at blowing up lands, but... Opponent. Alright, gonna get in. At least it's only a 1-1. Down to 19. Opponent passes. Ooh, Spirit Guide, A. So the question is, with our crazy mana, do we get green mana for Beast Within? We probably have to, so we don't get janked out. So, Evolving Wilds, crack it. It does mean we can't Chandra, but get a forest. And then Border Post, pick up the forest. So we need another red source to get down Chandra. But we do have Antiquities War to go digging for border posts. So that's something at least. Pass the turn. Opponent. Horizon Canopy. Squadron Hawk. Sure. Well, at least we have Beast Within, so we're not going to just lose to Sarah Ascendant. Opponent fills up on Hawks. Yup. Goes attacking. Hits us. Down to 18. And passes. Huh. That's interesting. Well, let's just play the forest, pass the turn. Dead Gone is nice, but we'd have to exile a Spirit Guide to actually cast it. If they have a way to make this big, then we'll do it, but... Opponent. I'm gonna go attacking. Yup. Down to 16. Whoa! That's Nourishing Shoal, exiling Ghalta. Well... okay. Exile Spirit Guide, kill Sarah Ascendant. Oh my god, okay. Whoa! I was not expecting that. Well, we stayed alive for the time being. We did have to cash in our one red source of mana. Hopefully Antiquities War finds us a red border post or two. Opponent passes. Well, there's a red border post. Yeah, let's just Antiquities War. Might as well. Antiquities War. Go digging. I guess we take Field Mist. Pass the turn. We're getting to the point where a Cascade spell for Restore Balance will be pretty devastating. Tap land. Squadron Hawks. They just keep coming. The whole squad. Almost. Squadron Hawk Tron. Getting close to the whole squad. Opponent. Gets in. Down to 15. Yup. Well, we untap. Draw Evolving Wilds. Whiff. Alright, so we will Border Post. Pick up an island. Border Post. Pick up a forest. Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. I mean... We have 20 power of Border Post next turn, but our opponent's at 34 thanks to that Nourishing Shoal. We really just want a Cascade spell. That's what we're missing here. Opponent. Uh-oh. Ranger of VOs. Well, we're going to need the Cascade spell, because our opponent's going to have a bunch of Sarah Ascendants. Yep, 2 Sarah Ascendants. Opponent. See if they stay back on defense. Well, they don't. Alright, well... At least we're going to get them under 30, so the Sarah Ascendants are not going to be too big at the moment. Opponent passes. Artifacts. Yup. Go attacking. Hit our opponent. Here they come! Here come the border posts. Opponent takes it. Yup. Down to 13. And I'll play Evolving Wilds. Keep thinning our mana. We're getting all the lands out of our deck. We really just need a Cascade spell. Opponent. Soul Warden. Okay. I mean, we are just going to die to our opponent's board if we don't draw anything. Sarah Ascendant, gain some life. On the other hand, if we hit a Cascade spell, then we're just set up to win pretty much. Opponent attacks. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I mean, I guess we're dead next turn if we don't draw anything. Grab a mountain. Oh, come on! Cascade spell. Down to 6. Opponent passes. Well, Discovery can dig for a Cascade spell. So black-red, Discovery, graveyard, border post. Huh. Yeah, I guess we're dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that does it. Huh. Ugh. We just could not find it, no matter how hard we tried. Well, that's not ideal, because now our opponent can bring in Stony Silence, which is pretty good against our deck. Yeah, we just could not find a Cascade spell. That's unfortunate with 8 of them. Odds of us not finding one in like 20 cards are pretty low. So go up the Fiery Justice, I guess. Go up a couple of Wear Tears, probably. Go down Antiquities War. Go down Discovery Dispersal. And I guess we can go down one Spirit Guide. Try it like that. Alright, we're on the play. Alright. This hand doesn't do much. We will mulligan. Alright, this is better. This is much better. Ooh, and a Gargadon. Alright, keep Gargadon on top. So play the island, border post. This hand is pretty much what we want. Next turn we can suspend Gargadon and get a green source. And then we're set up to Violent Outburst if we need to. I mean, we would like to get down Chandra first, but opponent passes. So, suspend Gargadon. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Opponent. Horizon Canopy. Soul Warden. And gets in. Well, crack this. Grab a Forest. Down to 19. Opponent passes. Gargadon taken down. More Gargadons. I'll play the island. Pass the turn. We can Violent Outburst to instant speed if we want to. Planes for our opponent. Squadron Hawk. This might be worth it. It would be so much better if we could get down... It would be so sweet if we could get down Chandra first. Opponent. I mean, this would be a pretty good restore balance right here. 3 creatures, 3 lands. Well, they only get 1 Hawk. Well, let's see what our opponent does. Opponent gets in. Yup. Down to 17. Passes. Gargadon taken down. Alright. Discovery. Gargadon Graveyard. And Border Post Graveyard. Wear Tear. Well, suspend Gargadon. Pass the turn. Maybe we should have just kept the blue Border Post. We really wanted a red source for this... for this Chandra. Squadron Hawk. I mean, at some point we're just going to have to fire it off. And then hope that we draw Chandra mana eventually. Opponent. How many Hawks are they going for this time? Alright, gets both of them. Opponent. Gonna get in for 3. Yup. We draw. Yep, Garg's taken down. We draw Evolving Wilds. Alright, play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. We're going to keep waiting. We're going to keep waiting. This actually gives us the hope of getting down Chandra. Although then it's just going to die. So it doesn't actually do as much as we'd like. Squadron Hawk. So actually, what I think we might do here is just... Okay, so what we do is... Yeah, opponent gains life. We have a plan. I think this is our best plan. We're not going to get as many lands, but this is going to set us up well for a Chandra. We're just going to basically Violent Outburst to kill the creatures. And we can get 1 land. So what we got to do is crack Evolving Wilds, maintain priority. With Evolving Wilds on the stack, Violent Outburst into Restore Balance. Huh. So our opponent loses all their creatures, 1 land, and 4 cards in hand. And then our Evolving Wilds resolves. So then we still get to play Chandra next turn. Except Chandra is on an empty board. Yep. That was good. That was good enough. And now we have a Chandra to dig through our deck and hopefully find another Restore Balance. Now, if we find another Restore Balance with Chandra down and can sack all of our lands, then we should just win. Alright, so grab a mountain. Opponent passes. Gargadon, doing their thing. Taken down. Plains. Well, play Chandra. Tick up for some damage. Play the plains. Pass the turn. Oh my god. Opponent discarded 4 March of the Multitudes. I was not paying attention to what they discarded. And then I just looked and I almost just spit coffee all over my computer. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's a thing. That's a lot of March of the Multitudes. Good golly. Alright. Well, Gargadon's taken down. Chandra. Well, take up Chandra. Yeah, now we're going to do it. Cast Violent Outburst. Cascade. Restore Balance. Sack. 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 And opponent, they've had enough. Yeah, that is, the second one was pretty good. That was a pretty good one. Well, that went much better. That is a lot of March of Multitudes. Whew. I guess our opponent's hand was a bit unfortunate, but... alright, this hand, we'll keep it. Having a Restore Balance is not great, but having a Greater Gargadon is pretty great. Planes for our opponent and Soulworn. Opponent also did a bunch of mulliganing. Opponent passes. Well, play the Forest, Border Post. Dead Golem's not bad. That can kill a Saracended or something. This is an interesting build of Soul Sisters. Flagstones. There's Saracended. Well, that's probably going to have to die. Opponent gets in. Yup. Down to 19. Well, play Spire of Industry. Suspend Gargadon. And yeah, let's just pass. Actually, let's just kill it right now. If they have Shoal plus Galter or something, then that would be a blowout. Alright, Sarah send it down. Goes quarter. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks. Alright, yup. Down to 17. And passes. Well, Gargadon taken down. Play the Forest. Border Post. And yeah, I guess we're going to suspend Restore Balance. Pass the turn. I don't know if we're going to want a Restore Balance 6 turns from now, but we might. Ooh, another Saracended. Okay. I mean, if they can make that into a 6/6, that is a scary clock. Opponent gets in for 1. I guess we can Beast within it if we have to. Down to 15. Opponent passes. Stuff taken down. Yup. I'll play a Forest. Pass the turn. We don't have much going on at the moment. Tap land. Opponent gets in. Down to 13. I don't think we want a Beast within yet. That actually gives them a better attacker. Alright, Gargadon, Restore Balance, taken down. More Gargadons. Well, suspend Gargadon. Play a Plains. Pass the turn. We are going to want to Restore Balance at some point. If we find one, we should just win. But we're going to need to find one before 4 turns. I mean, I guess in theory, we could live 4 more turns. Opponent is not a... Oh. Well, this probably means March. We draw another land. All right. Swamp go. Yikes! I think we might be losing. We have just drawn nothing. So opponent gets to make 3 1/1s. Gain 3 life. Yup. And that speeds up the clock. Opponent goes quarter. Combat. Attacks. All right. Down to 8. Oh, come on. Come on, Cascade spell. Opponent passes. Everything ticks down. Border Post. Well, Border Post. Pick up the land. Replay the land. Pass the turn. I don't know if we're going to live until this... Restore Balance comes down. Opponent, combat. Attacks. Well, Beast within Saracended. Take 3. Come on, deck. Come on, Cascade spell. Down to 5. Opponent passes. Everything ticks down. Oh, thank goodness. Ardent Plea. Okay. That was good timing. Let's think about this. Play an island. Float a bunch of mana. Ardent Plea. Cascade. Restore Balance. Sack some lands. An opponent scoops it up. That is the power of Restore Balance. Just in time. Just in time before we would die. Well, our opponent had a pretty spicy build of Soul Sisters, but Restore Balance coming through. Wow. That was timely. I don't know if we were getting lucky or unlucky. We have 8 Cascade spells, so our odds of hitting one should be pretty good in most matchups. So maybe, I don't know if we're unlucky that we didn't draw one sooner, or lucky that twice in that match we drew one right the turn before we would die. We'll take it. Alright, budget magic time. We are playing some Restore Balance 2019 edition, and We're going to keep this. We don't have... So, good news is our mana's good. Bad news is we don't have a Cascade spell yet, but that's fine. It's two Evolving Wilds, huh? Modern. Modern in budgets. So we have turn 1, Border Post. Turn 2, we can Surveil, and then go from there. Opponent's doing some mulliganing, which... That doesn't... wow. 4 cards. 3 cards. Alright, opponent keeps on 3. Huh. Okay. Well, Swamp and... Border Post. Yup. Pass the... I think I've played more Border Post than anyone else in Magic. Mountain. Monastery Swiftspear. Well, I'm glad our opponent mulled to 3, because burn is not the easiest matchup. Down to 19. Opponent passes. Chandra. Well, let's Swamp and... Discovery. Graveyard both lands, I think. More Beast Withins. Sure. Yeah. Opponent. Another land. Lightning Bolt. Grows the Swiftspear. If we lose to burn on the mull to 3, that would be a depressing start to the new year. Down to 14. Holy Evolving Wilds. Alright, Evolving Wilds go. So I guess next turn we can Simian Spirit Guide out Chandra. Mountain. Fiery Temper. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a Mountain. Yup. Down to 9. Opponent hits us. Sure. And passes. We draw Restore Balance. Well, exile Simian Spirit Guide. Play Chandra. Chandra. Kill Swiftspear. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Opponent. Metamorphose. Into Lava Spike. Going face. Yup. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a Forest. Opponent passes. Oh, we draw another Restore Balance. Well, take up Chandra. Hit our opponent. Well, I mean, suspend Restore Balance. Play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Oh, this draw. Opponent untaps. Passing. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a... Island. Actually, let's take Plains. Untap. Restore Balance. Taken down. Well, there's Gargadon. Take up Chandra for a card. No. First, we suspend Gargadon. Take up Chandra for a card. Border Post. Play the Swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent drew a Lightning Bolt. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Opponent. Passing. Okay. Well, let's Beast Within a Swamp. Untap. Taken down. We draw Restore Balance. Take up Chandra. Beast Within a Plains. Go to combat. Attack. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose to burn on a mull to 3. I didn't even know that was possible. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Tormenting Voice. Discards a Ritual. Swiftspear. Sure. Opponent passes. Taken down. How many counters does this have? 8? That's a lot. Well, let's Discovery. Graveyard. Draw Border Post. Pick up the Mountain. Replay the Mountain. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, kill Swiftspear. Get in with a Beast. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. Alright, whiff. Tormenting Voice discards land. Mountain. Opponent. Passing. Okay, everything's ticking down. Border Post. So take up Chandra. Down to 10. Border Post. Pick up the Mountain. Replay the Mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I mean, yeah, it's Garg's time. Sack. Yeah, we're not going to float any mana. Sack. Get a Gargadon. Comes down. Go to combat. Attack. Oh, man. Well, I don't know how we can celebrate that, because we just had to get extremely lucky to beat Burn on a mull to 3. Okay. So we don't really have a good Burn sideboard option. Full price ricochet traps. Doesn't feel great. We probably need... Let's bring in Hide Seek. At least it can gain us a bit of life. And it could get rid of like a Stony Silence. Go down to Discovery Dispersal. Let's just run it like that. I feel like this has probably got to be one of our hardest matchups in the format. Especially if our opponent isn't mulliganing. Okay, no lands. So we have to mulligan. Well, I mean, I guess we keep this. Although, it's not exciting. Mountain for our opponent. There's a Swift Spear. Yep. Maybe we should intentionally try to mull really low on cards to let's just Evolving Wilds go. Intentionally just mull to like 4 and try to restore balance to wipe our opponent's hand. Just get like the lucky 4-card hand. That might actually be our best plan in this matchup, as crazy as that sounds. Desperate Ritual. Okay. Tormenting Voice. Discards Fiery Temper. Good God. This is like combo burn. Okay. Yup. Man, we're going to be at a low life total already. 16. This is 4 power. Good God. Alright, so we're down to 12 here on turn 2. Crack Evolving Wilds. Grab a Mountain. Yup. Down to 12. Well, Border Post. Pick up the Mountain. Replay the Mountain. Suspend a Gargadon. Pass the turn. Metamorphose. I mean, I guess there's a chance that we could draw a Cascade spell and just get our opponent that way. Oh, lordy. Lordy. So much damage. Well, if we draw a Cascade spell, we still could have a chance. Opponent hits us to 7. Gargadon taken down. I mean, I think we have to go for it. Yeah, I mean, I think this is our only realistic shot. So go down to 6. Ardent Plea. Sack a land. Cascade into Restore Balance. Yup. And, I mean, see what our opponent has left. We put them to... Yeah. Alright, keep the Island, keep the Chandra, keep the Beast Within. Discard a Beast Within. And pass the turn. Yeah, that was not the greatest Restore Balance, but it does maybe keep us alive. Opponent, no lands. That's good. Gargadon taken down. I'll play the Island, play a Border Post, pick up the Island, pass the turn. That's also good. This gets us closer to actually casting like a Chandra if our opponent just doesn't draw lands for a while. Gargadon taken down. Well, play an Island, pass the turn. Oh, we'll see. Opponent finds a Mountain, Swift Spear, attacks. So we are going to Beast Within Ardent Plea, block Swift Spear. Opponent passes. Border Post. Well, I mean, play a Border Post, pick up the Island, play the Plains. Yeah, I mean, we're going to do it. Sack. Here comes Gargs. I mean, this is what we got. Gargs comes down. Is Restore Balance going to be enough against Burn, too? Go attacking. Opponent. Down to 8. Pass the turn. Ooh, another land. Metamorphose. Well, that land was a good draw, I assume. Double Bolt does kill us. Bedlam Reveler. Okay. Well, that keeps our opponent alive. Discard stuff. Yep. Opponent passes. We draw Restore Balance. Well, go attacking. Opponent blocks. I mean, it's basically... They didn't play a land. Oh, they did. Well, it's basically going to depend on what they drew off this Bedlam Reveler. Wow. This ended up being close. Ritual. Ritual. Lava Spike. Faithless Looting. I mean, that should be game. Opponent passes. Oh, no, they had oh my God. Just kidding. It's not game. They had Arclight Phoenixes. Okay. All right. They had Arclight Phoenixes. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That was close. Well, okay. Go down Hide Seek. Go down Antiquities War. Go down 1 Beast Within. Go up 3 Ravenous Traps. Try it like that. Oh, that was so close. At least we're on the play for game 3. Ooh, okay. This is a hand we like. This is a hand we really like. So, Mountain, Border Post. Pass the turn. Opponent, Mountain, Lava Spike. Yep, down to 17. Opponent passes. Well, play a mountain. Suspend Gargadon. Pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. Ooh, a Braid. That does slow us down quite a bit. Oh my god, we didn't sack it. Oh dear. Oh, that wasn't great. Gargadon taken down. Play an island. Discovery. Island Graveyard. Forest Top. So this does get us back to Violent Outburst next turn. Opponent. We really need to do sack that Gargadon. Opponent's passing. Well, Gargadon taken down. Play a forest. Pass the turn. So we can Violent Outburst at any time. We just want to get max full price Fiery Temper. Okay. Yep. We just want to get max value. Opponent. Passing. Alright. Gargadon taken down. Well, play a border post. Pick up the island. Play Spire of Industry. Pass the turn. How many counters? 7. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Passes. Okay. Gargadon taken down. Gargadon's at 6. Alright, play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Yep. So I think we're going for it this turn almost no matter what. Fiery Temper. Alright, I think this is the time. So we crack Evolving Wilds. Maintain priority. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. Violent Outburst. Cascade into Restore Balance. Sack our lands. Yep. So Gargadon down to 3. Opponent goes down to 2 cards in hand and no lands on the battlefield. And we can just Ravenous Trap if they discard Phoenixes. Alright, so Violent Outburst. Evolving Wilds. We grab a Swamp. And I think we're just going to Ravenous Trap anyway. Get rid of the graveyard. Alright, so we get Gargs next turn, and hopefully that's enough. Opponent passes. Gargadon taken down. Well, this makes it even easier. Ardent Plea? Just to wipe the rest of our opponent's hand? And opponent scoops it up, taking down Phoenix! Wow! Restore Balance 2019! It is surprisingly impressive. Surprisingly impressive. Alright. Yeah. Sweet. Alright. Budget Magic time. We are playing some 2019 edition of Restore Balance. We're going to keep this. We really would like a border post. That is our biggest draw. Well, Island go. Island for our opponent. So control maybe? Island. Huh. Alright, definitely. Oh, this might be a turn stack actually. Oh, play Spire of Industry. Discovery. Wow. Spell Snare. Okay. That's awkward. Huh. Well, Exile Spirit Guide. Suspend Gargadon. Pass the turn. Ancestral taken down. Another island. Opponent. Passing. Border post. We need a border post. Ugh. Chandra. Well, pass the turn. Not looking great. Not looking great. Ancestral taken down. Ghost Quarter. Opponent. Passing. Gargadon. Taken down. Oh, there's a Plains. I mean, do we go for it? A counter seems likely. Also, they have this Ancestral coming. Yeah, let's just pass. In a perfect world, we'd be able to Ancestral the turn after they Shadow of Doubt. I don't really know what's happening, honestly. This might just be like mono blue control? Opponent's gonna blow up our island. Oh. Well, that's a combo. Opponent ops. Alright, I officially have literally no idea what's going on in this match. Shadow of a Doubt plus Ghost Quarter for the strip mine. Island for our opponent. Passes. We draw. Well, take down Gargadon. Ugh, sloppy. We should have sacked the land, but I'll pass the turn. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I am utterly confused and still dealing with this cold. Opponent Ancestrals refills their hand. Plays a land. Passes. Gargadon taken down. Well, there's a border post. Opponent. Mana leak. Maybe this is just straight up mono blue infinite counterspell control. Island. Etherling. Huh. Alright. Well, I guess this is the turn that we need to... This is the turn we need to resolve. Alright, so untap. We need to draw a mana source. Swamp. But not that mana source. We don't have an artifact, so this doesn't make colored mana. Well, I guess what we have to do is exile Simian Spirit Guide, bounce Etherling, play a swamp, pass the turn. Yeah, this has been very awkward. Opponent, land, Etherling, opponent, passing. Come on, border post. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, maybe this is how the dream ends. Dream ends to Etherlings. Etherling gets in. Down to 16. Opponent passes. Gargadon. Do we even want to show our opponent what we're doing? I think we're like 0% to win this game. I mean, I guess they probably know. Yeah, alright, whatever. Ardent Plea. I'm sure they have 6 counter spells in hand. Restore Balance. Disrupting Shoal. Alright. And that's good enough. Yeah, this seems challenging. So, mono blue counters .deck. Go down Antiquities War. Go down, I guess, some Beast Withins? And go up all the Ricochet traps and just run it like that? Well, there is good news. That was a very awkward draw. I'm still not sure, like, we just need to catch them one time. And we win. Alright. Well, we got Border Post. Play a Forest. Border Post. Pick up the Forest. Pass the turn. Island. Opponent. Passing. Well, Evolving Wilds. Crack it. Grab a Mountain. Border Post. Pick up the Mountain. Pass the turn. Island for our opponent. Well, play the Forest. And just cast a Border Post. Pass the turn. Opponent. Island. Passing. Well, play the Border Post. Pick up the Forest. Play Spire. Ardent Plea. Into Restore Balance. Opponent mana leaks. Well, we will Ricochet Trap. And opponent scoops it up! Okay! That's how we do it. That's how we do it against control. That's the plan. Ricochet Trap coming through. Let's go down this Dead Gone for Beast Within. And maybe, yeah, let's go up the Beast Withins. Blowing up lands on our opponent's turn. Oh, come on, one more win. One more win. Well, alright. A little awkwardly slow, but we do have our instant speed. Ancestral suspended. Well, Evolving Wilds, crack it. Grab a Mountain, pass the turn. Bone it. Takes down Ancestral. Island. Well, let's Border Post. Pick up the Mountain. Opponent remands. Well, play the Mountain. Border Post. Pick up the Mountain. Pass the turn. Discard Ardent Plea. Opponent. Island. Another Ancestral. Good golly. Opponent passes. I'll play the Mountain. Border Post. Pick it up. Pass the turn. We would love to draw a trap. Ricochet Trap would be pretty good. Opponent. Land. Passing. I'll play the Mountain. Border Post. Pick it up. Pass the turn. Well, if our opponent taps down... here comes Ancestral. Yup. So opponent gets to draw a bunch of cards. Sure. Ghost Quarter. Opponent passing. Well, let's... Simian Spirit Guide. Violent Outburst. Into Restore Balance. Opponent remat. Yup. Well, play Evolving Wilds. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Well, crack Evolving Wilds. Violent Outburst. Into Restore Balance. Opponent has Mana Leak. Yeah, so many counters. This might not be going well. Yup. We will grab... doesn't really matter. I guess a Mountain. Alright. Yup. Too many counters. Too many counters. Field of Ruin. Opponent passes. Well, let's... Chandra. Opponent's got a counter. I'll play a Plains. Restore Balance. Yeah. Well, we saw how we can beat infinite counters. We only need one of our cascade spell, well, one of our restore balances to resolve, but infinite counters is challenging, and this is probably where the dream is dying. Jace. Yeah, opponents just got so many counters. Well, Shadow of a Doubt or lands. Opponent takes Shadow of Doubt. Gotta discard the hand size. Yeah, just too much counters. Well, let's Beast Within Jace. Opponent lets it go. I mean, alright. We'll go for it. I think this is just the end, though. Ardent Plea. No counter? No counter for once? Opponent opts. Wow, maybe they're trying to draw into... Oh, leaves it on top. Oh, come on. Come on, Magic Gods. On top. And they have a remand. Wow. Well, I mean, we don't know if our opponent just drew into that, but they might have. And that's rough. Yeah. Yeah, this feels like a super bad matchup. 10 out of 10 on the badness scale. Opponent gets in. I mean, Ricochet Trap is our answer, and we've seen it. We saw it beat this deck, but when you don't draw it, there's an Aetherling, still leaving up counter mana. Restore balance, taken down. Ah! Ricochet Trap. Yeah. The problem now is we can't beat this Aetherling. Yeah, this is over and a half. Pass the turn. Well, the 5-0 dream was a nice dream, but we ran into the deck playing the most counters in the history of Magic. I wonder what this deck does if it just runs into aggro, though. Like, how does this deck ever beat just, like, burn or something? I mean, maybe the answer is it doesn't. Opponent, sure, gets in for a billion, and we're just dead. And even if we draw Restore Balance, the problem is they just flicker the Aetherling, so that's not even an out. Down to 8. Restore Balance. Yep, taken down. Gargadon, and we will scoop it up. Well, for being sick and punting along the way, pretty good performance. Didn't quite get the 5-0 dream. That's a rough matchup. Still, good performance for the deck. Sweet. So what do we learn this week about Restore Balance, the 2019 edition in Modern? And overall, the deck was pretty good. We ended up going 4-1 and coming pretty close to going 5-0, losing to the Mono Blue control deck, which that is admittedly a pretty tough matchup. We have the Ricochet Traps, which is something, and we did win a game because of Ricochet Trap. And the power of this deck, especially against those control decks, is that we only need to resolve one Restore Balance, and it should be enough that we're able to win the game. So that is definitely the upside. On the other hand, if our opponent can just counter everything or leave up multiple counter spells, it can be pretty tricky. So overall, we beat Abzan, which that's a pretty expensive, powerful deck. We beat a kind of unique take on Soul Sisters, the green-white Soul Sister deck. We took down Jeskai Control. We took down a mono-red Phoenix deck, which that might have been the most impressive win of our entire series for the deck, because those hardcore aggro decks can definitely be a challenge. So I felt like Restore Balance, it was pretty effective, and I really like the possibilities of the deck now. The fact that you can play split cards and actually have like removal spells and have good answers to artifacts and enchantments and have bounce spells and all this stuff thanks to that rules change and discovery dispersal to filter through the deck, that is a really big upside that was not there when we first played this back in like 2016. So I feel like there's definitely more possibilities here to play like a fairer version of Restore Balance. I think you still need Raider Gargadon, you still need the border post, that is the core of the strategy, but having like possible interaction, there's like some semi-counter spells you could play that are split cards that cost 2 mana, like bouncing a spell back to your opponent's hand, so there's lots of possibilities with the split card ruling, and I feel like this deck does a decent job of taking advantage of them. I will also say, before playing this build, I tried a more split card heavy build that was looking to win with just either Greater Gargadon or more copies of the Antiquities War and didn't have Chandra, and it did some really cool things, and the split cards were really fun, but I feel like Antiquities War is a little bit hit or miss. The problem I kept running into with Antiquities War as our finisher is we wouldn't always have lethal, which is really what we wanted. We'd have like 3 border posts and hit for 15, but our deck didn't really have any reach to take advantage of that, so we often were just short of winning with Antiquities War. So I feel that Antiquities War is like a fine third option for winning the game, but I felt like we really did need the Chandra, and other Planeswalkers have potential as well. The tier builds, quote unquote, of Restore Balance, often playing Nahiri the Harbinger and one copy of Emrakul as a finisher, which is another good way of going about it, but that pushes the deck even further out of budget, because Emrakul's still like $30, even though it was just reprinted in Ultimate Masters. So overall, Restore Balance, it is still awesome. I know there was a little bit of misplaying along the way, especially a couple times could've, should've sacked things to Greater Gargadon and didn't. I'm going to chalk that up to being a little bit under the weather and being a little bit foggy brained thanks to taking cold medicine and whatnot. So I'm going to chalk it up to that, but still, even despite those errors, we finished with a 4-1. We beat a lot of very powerful tier decks, Jeskai, Phoenix, slash Abzan, a lot of top tier decks, and came really close to winning all of our matches. So Restore Balance, it's really explosive, it's really unique, it's really powerful, and it is still a really good budget option for the modern format. So anyway, that's been Restore Balance 2019 edition. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.